You guys, I lost you. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I get y'all back on. I'll give it a second here. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I lost you. I'm sorry. It's bad reception in my house some days. It's crazy. We moved into a different room now, so hopefully I have better reception. Not as good of lighting, but that's okay. We'll give it another moment for people here. Maybe I had it all set up in my office, but I just don't get as good of reception, I guess. So I had to move into the kitchen. I don't have everything set up in here, but we'll wing it. We will get it done. I'll give you guys just another minute to hop on. Am I going too fast, by the way, for you guys? I just don't want to keep y'all on here for like half the night. So I'm trying to rush through it and then answer any questions you have afterwards. Okay, we got 25 on, so we will just jump back in. I don't know where I lost you guys. Where did I freeze at? I'm kind of guessing I froze when I was talking about putting the highlighter on the center of my lips to make them look more full. Is that right? Nah, we'll go with it. All right, so let's jump right back in about the illuminator. You can use it in the center of your lips, make your lips look more full. Just be sure that you blend it out so that you just don't have like kapow glow and it isn't even. So if you put it on your lips, just do right here in the center and you can blend it, or you can do your whole lip with the stick illuminator, and it's going to give you a metallic look to your lips, which is actually huge right now. I don't know if you guys realize, but like metallic lips is all the craze. So this is pretty exciting really, because the having this stick illuminator is going to be able to transform any of our lipsticks into a metallic lipstick. So there's no need to buy 10 different lipsticks to achieve that metallic look. So this is pretty exciting. So with picking colors, I saw a couple people ask how you pick the right color for your skin. And I left the colors that I printed out in my office. No, I didn't. Right here. I got it. So to pick a color, you typically want to go with a shade about a color that's 2 shades lighter than your skin color. So if you're really fair skinned, then you're gonna go with one of these lighter colors here. So the iridescent, pearly, or opaline. And those people who have fair skin, I'm sorry, you guys have an unfair advantage because pretty much you can go with almost any color and it's going to look good on you. Can you guys hear my dogs wrestling behind me? I'm so sorry. Hey, stop. Sorry. So the color that you use should enhance your skin tone, but it should not be radically changing it. So if I was to go with Lustrous here, the deepest shade, I look kind of ridiculous if I put it on my cheekbones because it's going to be too dark. Again, I'm going to need something that falls within my skin tone, so one of these first 4 would probably work. For fair to medium skin tones, you're going to be able to play with anything from champagne to pinks are going to be flattering on you. You can mix colors together though, so if you're unsure what color to get, I would recommend mixing one with gold and silver pigments. So you could you can mix together like the iridescent and the pearly, because this one's more silver, this one's more gold. Or you can even do, let's see, you could mix together Lustrous if you wanted, but with the iridescent, and kind of get a different play. And you can do like one as a cream and do a powder on top if you wanted. There's no real wrong way. I just say try to make it look as natural as you possibly can. If you guys look on the website right now with the highlighters, they are still mislabeled. So they're a little bit confusing on what color is what. So that's why I printed this out, because Carly had it. but the iridescent is the lightest color. It's a prismatic white, and it's going to be for you porcelain and fair-skinned girls. The pearly is the second color here, and it is a gold frost, and this one is going to be great with yellow and brown undertones. Opaline, which I've got to say is one of the ones I'm most excited to try. That one right there. That one is for rose gold, is a rose gold, and is great for people with pink undertones. You're gonna rock that like it's no one's business. And excuse me if I butcher any of these names. Benevolent, this one is right here. And that one is a rich copper, and it's perfect for those who are dark skinned. And the pink illuminizer would not be the first choice for people who are dark skinned. It's just not gonna match as well as you might hope. But it doesn't mean you can't try it. Because you know what, we get this makeup for a killer price, so why not just buy some and try it, right? And then we have the Lustrous, which is a deep bronze, and this is going to look great on dark skinned people as well. And then I just printed off this picture so you guys can see the before and after highlighters. This is before, and that's after, and you can kind of see how the illuminators kind of helps bring out those features that you want to accentuate. And it really just makes your whole look more complete and finished. Okay, we'll move on to translucent powders. And I know this is one that was causing even more confusion for a lot of you guys. And don't let it confuse you. Like, seriously, I feel that the translucent powder is a complete game changer. This is the product I think I am most excited over, because you don't have to play with color matching anymore. There's no more of the, what color do you think would match this person? You can just use the one shade on everybody and it's going to work, which is so exciting. And then you can also bake with it. And I printed out a picture, but I left it in my other room where I lost you guys, so I don't have it anymore. But you can use the translucent powder a few different ways. You can use it as a final setting powder, and it is sheer, so it works for every shade. Sorry, you guys are hearing my dogs. Can you guys like hear them? Are they loud too? Hey, stop. Stop. They're mad because they're not getting attention. Okay. Translucent powder is very light and airy, so it doesn't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup. So for your gals who want to feel like not wear a whole bunch or feel like they are afraid of the heavy feeling, this is going to be perfect for them. One of the things I love about it is I can put some just underneath my eyes while I'm doing my eyeshadow, and it's going to catch all my eyeshadow fallout. So then I'll leave it on there. I won't blend it in. I'll just leave it under my eyes, do my eyeshadow, and then when I'm done with my eyeshadow, you know how you get little bits of eyeshadow kind of right here. I just wipe it away with a brush, and it is clean and perfect. So I'm gonna let my dogs out real fast so you're not listening to them. Go on. Oh, they're worse than kids, you guys. Okay, back to the translucent powder. Translucent powder works really well for oily lids. So if you put on your eyeshadow primer and then do a little bit of the translucent powder on top, it's going to suck up all that oil and make your eyeshadow last even longer. It works better than pressed powder because it's not as heavy and doesn't get cakey like your pressed powders do. And then it also helps prevent creases. So you got a double whammy going between the primer and the translucent powder. So that makeup's not gonna budge. Also, the translucent powder will help minimize your pores. So like I told you guys in my last video I got cut off on, I like to kind of put some here because I have huge pores. Okay, let's be real. I'm putting it all over because I love it. But if you don't want to put it all over, you can focus on your nose and your T-zone. And it's really going to help fill in those problem areas and make it really matte and just perfect looking. If you have accidentally put on too much blush and you're like, oh my gosh, all I see is blush and it's not blended, you can put a little bit on your powder puff brush, or even better on that new concealer brush coming out, which is going to be awesome. Put some on that brush and just gently blend it, and your makeup's going to look even more put together and blended and flawless. It will help your makeup stay in place longer. And just like how I told you, you can use it on your eyes to help prevent creasing. It does help absorb oils on your skin. So your skin's going to look more matte and more finished and won't look as oily halfway through the day if you have a problem with oily skin. One heads up I'd like to give you about the translucent powder is if you keep it in your bathroom, like majority of us do, you don't want it next to a lot of humidity if you don't have the lid on tight, because it will suck up that humidity in your bathroom as well. And I'm not saying you can't keep it in your bathroom, you totally can, but don't leave it with the lid open, just hanging out, because it will suck that up and ruin your powder. So just make sure it's nice and sealed beforehand. And ours, again, this is not Younique's brand, but ours has a little mesh thing just like this, so it helps you kind of control how much you're getting out. And it's not as like when you open it, which is pretty nice. Let's see. So make sure that lid's tight. And then when Carly was showing us all these products, I was telling her that I love translucent powder for baking. And she was saying she was a little bit confused because her makeup artist told her to use a white one, which this one is a white one here that I have. The reason why I am excited that ours is more flesh tone, like this one here, because it's a little bit more just natural tone. It is sheer. The reason why I'm excited about that is because if you use the white one to bake with, when you have a flash, you're just going to see white. So it's like, and it looks ridiculous. Like, all you gotta do is Google, what was it that I Googled? Bad translucent powder on celebrities. And you just see all this white gunk all over because white really stands out under the lights. So I'm really excited about it being flesh toned because you're not going to have that white backlight and reflection off of this powder if you have a picture taken. So that was a huge selling point for me. And I know that when I was talking to Carly on her live, baking confused a lot of people. So I'm going to do a real brief general overview of what baking is. And if you want more help on it, I'll probably do a video and let me know and I'll send it to you once I get a video done. But what baking is, it's the same as you might hear cooking too. And what that is putting the powder on your skin, and you do really big amounts of it. And your face will heat up that makeup and then make it more flawless. So what I mean is when I contour and when I bake, I'll do concealer under my eyes here and then like here and then my nose, and I'll blend it out with a beauty blender. And after I blend it out, I'll take my translucent powder and I'll use my beauty blender or like a little cheap wedge sponge, and I'll get a literal crap ton of it on there and put it on those areas I have concealer. And this is going to seem like you're wearing a ton of makeup. I promise you it's not that bad because you're going to wipe most of it away. So you put, like I said, a literal crap ton of it under your eyes and wherever you put that concealer and anywhere your makeup tends to move. And you let it sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. And usually I'm doing my brows, doing my eyeshadow while that's sitting there, which works really well because then when I get the fallout from the eyeshadow, I'm already brushing everything away. So I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone there. So after that 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to take like our powder puff brush and just brush away in all those areas you have it cooking or baking. And you're brushing away a lot of that product, but the heat of your skin has held on to the product at once, and it fills in all those fine lines and sets your makeup so it's not gonna budge. And this is why I see this as a game changer, because people are going to love how their makeup doesn't move between using the primer and using the translucent powder and then the setting spray. It's going to be huge because it's going to last through summer and sweating and all that. Is going to be great. But like I said, I'll do a video about how to bake, and that might make things not so confusing for you. Some tips about the translucent powder is you're going to get the best results if your skin is hydrated. So make sure you're using a moisturizer before you start your makeup routine. And it also helps those fine lines not be as noticeable. Let's see. Translucent powder works really well for blending when compared to pressed powder, which I think we kind of hit on already. If you accidentally get too much caked makeup somewhere or want it to look more natural, translucent powder is going to be your go-to product. And little side hint, did you know you can use translucent powder on your hands or feet? Like, I could probably use it right now because I'm a little bit nervous. And so if you get sweaty palms or sweaty feet, just put a little bit on your palms or your feet, and it's going to suck up that sweatiness and just leave you with drier, softer skin. And if you like touch someone, it's not going to get makeup all over them. Let's see. And then if you tend to have eyeliner that smears or runs, you can use translucent powder to help set that eyeliner, which is pretty awesome. So, and then if you're in a pinch and you're running out and you have dirty hair, you can use some right on the roots of your hair to revive it. You'll just put a little bit on there, not a lot, and then rub it in with your fingertips, and it'll instantly degrease your hair and give you volume. So there's one of those other possible uses you can use with the translucent powder. And that, again, is one of the products we can buy come the 15th. I'm so excited. The setting spray, I just have a couple quick tips about the setting spray. You can spray some on your eyeshadow brush or on your actual eyeshadow, and it's going to intensify that color so much. I already do this some with the rose water, and it works great. But if you have someone who wants to not buy so many products and get full use out of what they buy, this is going to be a great tip for them. So they would just spray some right in the lid of like their eye pigments or right on the brush, and it's just going to make that eyeshadow so pop out. Another thing you can use the setting spray for is to clean up your eyeliner. So if you're doing an eyeliner and you accidentally, you're trying to do wings and all of a sudden you're like back into your hairline, you can spray some on a Q-tip or a tissue and wipe that away and make it look more clean without having to wipe off all that makeup. You can also amp up your illuminator if you spray your brush or your skin with the setting spray right before using it. So you can spray that fan brush that we're all gonna get, dab it into your powder and pop it on there, and it's just gonna be like, bah! And it's gonna be awesome. You can also spritz your beauty blender and gently pat your face when you have makeup that's caking up, or if you want to have a more dewy look. And just another little side trick you can do with the setting spray, if you like to wear perfume but it wears off quickly, put on your perfume and you can do a little squirt of the setting spray, and it's going to help lock in that perfume smell so it will last longer too. And then to use the setting spray, it is a spray like the spray bottle. I don't know how else to describe it, but you're going to hold it about 8 inches from your face, and you're going to do an X with a couple of squirts of it, or you can do like a T. And you can use that a couple times during the day if you want, but you shouldn't need to, honestly. It's probably going to lock everything in there just great without having to touch up on any of your makeup again throughout the day. I know a lot of people are kind of confused on when to use which products in what order. How I like to do it, you'll do your skincare, and then your foundation, and then your concealer, and then you can do your translucent powder to set that concealer and foundation. And then if you contour, you can contour. But I like to end with my blush and then my highlighter, illuminator, and then set with that makeup spray. So that's kind of the order I like to go in. And as far as the brow palette goes, I wish I had my hands on it, you guys. But my biggest tip with those is don't be afraid to play with all those colors that come in them that are for your hair color. So that brush is going to give you really precise application, but you probably will still want the pencil. How you can incorporate it is you can use the pencil to help comb hairs and do an outline, and then you can use the brush to fill in and give you really hairs that look like your natural hairs. And the little pink color that comes in the brow kit, you can use that to help clean up your brows if you make any mistakes. And then you can use the little white part that's the highlighter for just underneath your brows and your corners of your eyes if you don't want to have to get out another product, or if you're traveling, you can use that just for your highlighter too if you need to. And then we also have the brow stencils that you can use with it all. So, like, to think about how we were a year ago with literally almost no brow products, maybe it was more like a year and a half ago, but to our brow arsenal now, it's huge and it's awesome. And I think this is going to be a huge selling point. So don't be afraid of brows, because I was for the longest time. I felt like I looked weird with brows. Just be adventurous and try it, and you're going to be shocked at how much you love your look and how more polished it looks now that you're doing brows. And I think that little brush is going to be a godsend. So I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm trying to see if I have comments and see if you guys have any questions. Is there any questions I can answer for you guys right now? I'm not seeing a lot of comments here, but I don't know if my phone's doing something weird. Let me grab my computer. Maybe I can see your questions and comments here. Sorry, 1 second. I really was all prepared, but then I lost the connection and it threw everything for a whirlwind. Let's see. I think there's something weird with my phone because I can't see anyone commenting. 1 second, guys, and I'll be able to answer your questions. Get my computer open and set you down. Let's see. I'm just gonna open my live video while I'm going. Okay. Carly's Angels. What are the products you guys are most excited about? I'm really dying to know. Okay, now I can see your guys' comments. Okay, brows was the last thing I tried. Now the brow palette is what I really want. Seriously, Terry, like, the brow palette's gonna be awesome. Let's see, Christy, setting products. Can you guys hear my? Let's see, Christy. There we go. I'm not really seeing any other comments from you guys or questions, but if you guys do have any, then please don't hesitate to message me and to send me any questions you have. If there's a question or something that a lot of you guys are confused on, I'll try making a really easy video for you. But my biggest takeaway from this is I don't want you guys to be scared of these new products. They are seriously so exciting, and I would recommend trying to get your hands on as many of them as you can. They're going to be a serious game changer, And once you're comfortable with these, then your customers are going to eat it up like crazy. So, thanks for watching, you guys. Like, it means so much to me that you take what I've learned and use it, and I'd love to see pictures or anything like that, and let me know what was most useful for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'm sorry that my video froze halfway through, but you guys have a good night, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.